You want to say a few words about you?
Yeah, hi, my name is Milos. We are here in one of the Serbia's home. It's called Majstor, Pivo, which literally means craftsman for beer. Here you can taste anything from local brewed beers, like one of Serbia's best craft brewery currently, and of course much imported stuff, as well as get your ingredients for all your imperial styles and pale ales, whatever you like.
So Milos, you're working here,
Yeah, I do.
but you also humble. You were just finishing a batch
Yeah.
on the Majstor 50
It was actually, it wasn't a batch of me. We do what we call brewing on premises here. For people that don't have the courage or the experience to do it themselves, they ask us to do a batch for them so they can end up how many days. So, and then it basically drives them to start their. But that was one of those.
most of them start from brewing next.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because they are a bit skeptical. They are not too sure how, and it is up to us to show them that it can be even better as what they can find in regular stores.
Excellent. You told me a few minutes ago about a meeting you had a few weeks ago. Last week we had our annual event, which is called Brassam.
Yeah.
And this is the t-shirt. And it was a great moment. And I was wondering how it goes since we were.
It's still pretty well.
Yeah.
It's still just a circle of friends which get together and discuss about their beers.
Yeah.
So it's not half in the last year. It was organized by us and the Cabinet Brewery as well. There was competition of sorts, if you will. It turned out to be great. We had about, I think, 30 to 40 different home brewers, as well as local brewers to present their beers. It turned out great, and it's right now in Serbia. It's everything about getting as many people aware that you can brew your. It can be better than what they are used to. So.
Excellent. So it was also open to the public, not only home brewers.
No, everybody could come. Everybody could participate, and it was open. That was the whole point for the general people to taste it, cast their vote, see which one was
different with the Bassam is that we are only home brewers, changing organizing competition and sharing good moments for this. I've been told also about another around craft breweries.
This
Maybe
is
you're going to.
I'm not sure the event still is being organized. I think that it's a bit more focused on craft breweries exclusively. As a all the craft breweries in the region to meet up at one place and to be able to present their beers. I don't think that home brewing will be.
Okay. And are you brewing?
I'm brewing for about 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, 2 years. A bit younger.
Younger, but you're already working in a beer shop, brewing for people.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the. I don't know. Beer is my passion. I like to share as much as I can. So nice to give me a chance to do that.
Yeah, nice. And so Cabinet Brewery, you know it quite well. I guess you know the story of this brewery.
Well, I would, because that's our brewery. Cabinet and Majstor and Pivo are all part of one big family. Yeah. It's the first in Serbia. It's located in a small mountain near the town of Sopot. The mountain is called Kosmaj. And we built the factory from the ground up there. And we really take pride in that we are trying to give the people the best quality as we can. We use exclusively imported malts, hops, yeasts, literally of the best quality that we can find. And we are proud to say that even we exist for just over a year, and in that time we were able to
only a year.
Yeah, we just had birthday. I think 14 days ago, a month and a half ago.
Just a year. You're regular.
Yeah,
Which is quite a big name.
Yeah, he is one of our biggest references because it's literally unheard of in the world for a brewery this young beer, but 3 beers from Mikel. So
can we show them?
Of course, of course. Let's take the beers and show.
Un petit tour au frigo, la bière, les sacs de malt partout, beer glasses, home brewers.
So here we go. Let me see if, yeah. So these are 2 of the 3 beers that we've done for Mikkeller. One is the classic IPA. They are all called the Vista series. So the orange one is the first actually that we did for him. And that's the first. That's the IPA, and it's ridiculous. About, if I'm not mistaken, can't remember how many hops we did. It was really ridiculous amounts of hops. So
a number of varieties, you mean?
No. It's just the quantity of hops. It's a milk stout that we done. It's about it's more than 15% of lactose is used in it. It has such a nice oily texture to it. It's which if you'd like, I would also like the
yeah, sure. You can even go on the table if you want. Maybe a better light.
Yeah. Here we go.
Wow. This is heaven in Serbia, in Belgrade.
Oh, like this. And like this. So these are actually this one, the Melissa. It is the newest beer that it's a pale ale, but it's done with an addition of a herb. It's called Melissa, lemon balm, and it gives it a really nice bitterness to it. Because we really take pride in everything we do, and especially in that beer, because we took the herb right next to the slopes of the mountain where brewery is in fresh. The Brka, it's in loose translation, it could be called the mustache, American Pale Ale, but we dry hopped it. There's really a big citrusy flavor to it. And then there's the Supernova, which, well, you could say really it's one of the craft beer currently in Serbia. It's one of our beloved, and it's an IPA. Although everybody who comes around from abroad jokes that it's a double IPA. It has a little more kick to it. Those are really, you can drink them any time of the year, literally no matter.
I think it's already a bestseller, even in the pubs in Belgrade.
Supernova and Melissa, they really got a big, a best welcoming from the public. It is even so much that we ran out of draft milk. We have a bit more in bottles, so but they're come around.
I told you I tasted Melissa a few days ago, the first time I came here, and it was amazing. I smelled, like I told you, like rose, probably a sweet rose or something very amazing, and for me, which is most of all amazing, is that it's different. It's not like many American craft breweries go a large amount of one. You know, very peculiar taste. We recognize those are different. Those are original.
That's what we strive to do, and everybody go in that sort of direction to go to the classic American styles, but we really. Even though we have so much different labels, we have about 15 different labels right now, and we try not 15 labels, Some of them are seasonal beers, so they're not brewed through the entire year, of course. But we try each and every one from them to be a unique style, completely original and so on. We have a beer that we've done in collaboration with Kamanas. They are very.
Already.
You did? Did you try it?
No, not yet. For me, it's a treasure.
It is.
I'm waiting for the great moment.
It was a limited series. Only 250 bottles was made. Do you know the story? What it was made for?
Yeah,
it's excellent. Of course,
you can share it.
That monastery is really famous for their apple rakia. Rakia is sort of a hard liquor. And what we did is we borrowed their barrels, wooden barrels in which they stored that apple rakia, and put in our beer there and let it sit for 6 months. So it is a barrel-aged beer, but after that, it apple and alcoholic taste to it. It's really specific.
And what's the base recipe for this one? Is it a one that you already brewed, or
no,
was brewed?
No. We don't. It was specifically brewed for that.
Yeah, excellent. Will you letters? I know that there's a story.
Labels, we don't. Of course, there is cabinet on the bottles, but every specific label was done by a different artist.
And the Serbian one,
of course. We try to affirmate young people as possible. And even before this batch that I done here was actually one of our friends who owns a marketing company, a design company, so to speak. It actually was done by a girl that was previously almost anonymous, and because of that label, she became visible in the design scene. So
cool synergy.
Yeah. That's you can put a generic label on your beer. It can be the best label in the world, but if you do something else with it, if somebody else has some not advantage, but use because of it, you really are.
Yeah, opening gates and working with friends. How could it be bad?
No, it's the best thing in the world.
Oh, excellent. And how many people work for Cabinet? So here, just to be clear, Majstor Pivo is part of the Cabinet.
Yeah, sister companies. So, but they work independently, obviously, from one another. But I think that when you count in everybody, there's maybe about 15 people in total.
Okay, and just to be sure, you said you're a brewer, but are you already brewing with the Cabinet brewers?
No.
Not already?
They are no. I hope so, maybe in the future. But we have a really experienced team of homebrewers. Oh, not homebrewers. I'm sorry, of brewers. Brewers, yeah. Our brewmaster is really one of the best available currently. We're very proud to have.
Where's he from?
History? From Serbia.
Okay, yeah, excellent. And I hope we will have the chance to meet him.
Yeah, hope so too. Hope so. I don't know if you'll maybe get a chance to visit our brewery. Hopefully so. We are currently very busy with making beers just to follow up with the demand.
Okay.
But yeah, I hope that you get.
So brewing every day?
I'm not quite sure about the schedule.
What's the design of the brewery? The equipment, the size?
The size is 2,000 liters per batch. I think right now we have 3 or 4 fermenters and a couple of are on the way, so we can increase productivity.
So yeah, you think that it's too short now for the demand?
Because literally sometimes we run out of beer. we have to make more, and we try to make it well. What we don't want to do is to just make more beer on how you can say it, with less quality. No, we want each and every batch to be as high quality as was the previous. We keep that level that we got our customers accustomed to. We want to keep that so that it never happens that there is a batch that wasn't that good. So we really want to keep it at the top-notch level.
Okay. And what about sharing a bit together?
Of course. What would you like to try?
You
Let's
worked
get some.
all the anything? Maybe bastardo?
Yeah. Small, large.
Yeah, small. Ah, on voit pas le brasseur. Hop, il est là-bas. Allô? Coucou depuis Belgrade. Bonjour. Wow,
There we go.
so nice. Cheers to the forum.
Cheers. Thank you for visiting.
So Milos, you're not only a home brewer, you're not only working on a beer shop and brewing company, but you are also launching a community of Serbian home brewers.
Yeah, we try to educate as much people as possible. So that at the end of the day, if there's only little homebrewers, that's not the point. We want as many people as possible to be aware of that. What can they do, and just to give them the opportunity to make something their own. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah. And you told us about those beers on the premises. You sometimes organize some kind of courses to educate or initiate.
Yeah, we try to do as much. We have a lot of beer tastings where we get a group of people and then talk about different beers. And
tasting sessions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever we do a brewing on premises batch for a customer, we foremost that customer to educate him in that process, because the idea is for after that brewing on premises session that he continues to do it on his own. So, and everybody's welcome there. Everybody can participate, so they get a feel of how it's done, what is important to pay attention to. So we try to educate as much as we can.
And how often are those kind of sessions?
Well, we do a brewing on premises session. We have every other week.
Wow.
Every other week. Yeah.
Excellent.
I think we just today we scheduled one for September. If you wish to start now, I don't think there is any more until October. That's the first.
Okay, so I have to come back.
Yeah.
I dreamt about bringing some friends from ICRC next week. Will be short.
Great.
So this one is called Bastardo. Why?
Yeah, that's bastardo.
Because it's so good.
Yeah, it's actually done with El Dorado hops. So that's that little tangy. You can even call it a spicy flavor to it. Yeah, it is. But we like it that way. It is made to be a little bit more in your than regular beers.
Yeah, but it's a different harshness than other classical hops. Very specific. It's really smooth. It's like a little bit like celery, you know?
Yeah, a little bit celery, like oniony taste, something like that. That's what we were actually looking for in that beer, because even that beer is a bit educational, so people can get most of people know that beers are made with some type of hops. But when you make a beer like this, you can literally bring up a specific hop flavor forward, and then people will actually know, okay, that's that type of hops, so that they can know what to expect. Basically, it's educational.
Only El Dorado or other ones?
There are others.
Secret ones.
Yeah.
Cheers to you, Milos. It's a pleasure to meet you. There are so many things in there.
Yeah.
Some like citric exotic fruit. You know, the one with the very strange shape. When you cut it in two, it's like a star.
Oh yeah, anise. I don't know the star anise. I think it's called the English term.
Absolutely nice. I talked about Neven. I know some people in Switzerland who would be amazed to taste the Serbian beers.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
The cabinet one.
We do a couple of exports. The furthest away that we went up until now was to Latin America. So
Okay.
we do a couple of big exports as well.
So Latin America, then which other one?
Well, everywhere in the region. So Croatia, I think Bulgaria right now. We try to penetrate those markets as well, but we want to have a firm base here in Serbia and then go abroad as well.
How do you grow?
Well, that's something that is a bit difficult to determine. I usually draw a parallel whenever I order some ingredients for the homebrew shop. I almost always get it wrong because we sell out almost everything that we can. So if I'm again wrong with the brewery, I think we're going to have to increase capacity really soon.
Oh, okay. I've seen the website from Majstor Pivo.
Yeah.
For homebrewer supplies, there's a small choice now. A few varieties of malts, a few ones of hops, for instance, and but you are already selling Burmeisters.
Yeah.
What's the preferred equipment for Serbian homebrewers?
Well, if you take the classic Serbian homebrewer, he's BIAB batches in plastic fermenters.
Okay.
So that's the average here right now.
This is the minimum equipment.
Yeah,
and sometimes
basically.
effective.
But yeah, the thing is though, people think that with more advanced equipment you will get much better beer, which in many cases it is not. BIAB, I respect it fully, and you can make excellent beer with that. So it's just we try to give as much options available. If somebody doesn't have the capacity to brew in their kitchen or whatever, to have a gas burner and stuff like that, they are available to purchase a Brahmeister.
So today you brought on a Burmeister, but I think that you're also brewing with more traditional equipment.
Brewing on premises here, we do exclusively on the Brahmeister because it's just the most compact way of brewing. It doesn't require any additional vessels or something like that. It's very easy to clean. So that's why we do it here on a Brahmeister, because it's just the most convenient type of equipment. Let's call it like that.
But you as a homebrewer, are you also brewing at home or
I am
brewing every day here?
Well, I don't get that much chance to brew at home, but I'm in the process of building my.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a classic Brutus 10 type.
Okay, and are you fermenting the beers here? The one on premises?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. We have a little. Sorry?
In plastic?
Yeah, plastic buckets.
Okay.
But we go to great lengths to make sure that the buckets that we use are food stable, that they are food grade plastic, not any plastic. So we really, even though the equipment is as basic as it can get, it still is the best quality that you can get for them.
Yeah. Okay. And are you controlling the temperature?
Of course.
Good. And you know also about the cask brewery. Is it a competitor? I heard it was a kind of nano brewery, brewing only probably 2 or 3 beers.
Something like they have, I think, 2 beers right now, and we really don't consider. We don't think of them as competition. Why would we compete? We want as many beers to be available, and everybody is doing their own thing, and that's perfectly fine. In the end, everybody will choose the beer that they personally like, no matter the brewery it came from. So as long as the choice increases for the average customers, we're happy.
And it's kind of dynamic to launch.
Yeah.
And so to have the craft beers to be
It's good.
recognized,
It's good
to be
because
loved.
yeah, we are just, as I said at the beginning, we just want as many people to be aware that there is an alternative.
Okay. And you think that, like in other countries, many home brewers, after a few batches, are dreaming about opening their own brewery.
I think that's everybody's dream. Everybody who made one batch at least some point in their life thought, "Oh, what would it be like to have my own brewery?"
Yeah. Okay, so it's universal.
Yeah, it's just everybody thinks like that.
And what are Serbia and mainly in Belgrade?
Well, regarding craft beers, there's not that much. Only a couple of craft breweries apart from cabinets. So it's difficult to speak because in the Serbian scene, there's not that much. And then people, if they don't drink local, they have a much greater choice of imported beers.
And how for you, the public, this craft beer? Because the classical ones are like dark lagers and
Yeah.
and so that's all we have.
There was a space that needed to be filled here because obviously we have a big tradition of making our own wines and liquor.
But not beer.
Not beer.
It's not in the
Not beer.
culture.
And right now, when there's a little bit, well, times are a bit more modern, people want something different than traditional lagers and dark industrial macro lagers, whatever you wish to call them. And the reception was really, really excellent. Not just in young people, which tend to be more open to modern things, but even in traditional beer drinkers, so to speak. So the best indication is that we can brew it up here.
Excellent. So Milos, you told me you had a hard day and you want to come off to have some
I will. You too. Thank you for
cheers
take care, guys. Future brewing your beers.
and cheers to all on brewers in the world.
All brewers.
Cheers.
And cut. We timed it right, huh?